He just had a totally different mentality in terms of being able to do things and take risks than I did. And I thought he was fascinating.
Priscilla Chan's emotional breakdown during a live television interview sent shockwaves through both the public and the media, shattering the calm and composed image she has long projected. As the wife of Mark Zuckerberg, one of the most influential tech moguls in the world, Priscilla has often been seen as a quiet but steady presence, balancing the demands of family life and their joint philanthropic ventures. Her unexpected display of vulnerability, however, painted a picture of deeper struggles beneath the surface of their high-profile marriage, leaving many to question what could have driven her to such an uncharacteristic moment. Priscilla's appearance began like many others, poised and professional, but it didn't take long for cracks to appear. Midway through the interview, her voice faltered, and her composure gave way to visible frustration and sadness. She spoke in veiled terms about feeling overlooked and underappreciated, hinting at the immense challenges of maintaining a sense of connection and harmony within their family. While she refrained from directly naming the causes of her distress, viewers couldn't help but notice the emotional weight behind her words. The rare glimpse into her inner world quickly became the focus of public discourse, sparking widespread speculation about potential issues in her marriage to Zuckerberg. One of the main threads running through these speculations was the growing divide between Priscilla and Mark, reportedly stemming from his increasingly demanding lifestyle and obsessions. Over the past few years, Mark's ventures outside his role as CEO of Meta have drawn significant attention, particularly his deep dive into mixed martial arts and virtual reality. To outsiders, these pursuits may appear as harmless hobbies or avenues for self-improvement, but for Priscilla, they seem to symbolize a shift in priorities, a growing distance between her husband's interests and their shared vision for their family. The emotional burden of navigating these changes likely weighed heavily on Priscilla, whose role as both a mother and a supportive partner has always been a cornerstone of their relationship. Her outburst suggested feelings of being overshadowed, as Mark's relentless dedication to his passions appeared to leave little room for their family dynamic. The construction of an octagon in their carefully curated backyard, a space Priscilla had envisioned as a sanctuary for their daughters, was seen by many as emblematic of the growing rift. For her, it was more than just a physical transformation of their home. It was a poignant reminder of the emotional distance forming in their marriage. Priscilla's public breakdown also reflected the immense pressure of balancing private struggles with the scrutiny of a global audience. As someone who has largely avoided the spotlight, her decision to speak out even indirectly was a striking departure from her usual approach to personal matters. It signaled a level of emotional exhaustion that could no longer be contained, a moment where her feelings overpowered the need to maintain the image of perfection that has long surrounded the Zuckerberg-Chan family. The interview left viewers with more questions than answers. Was this a fleeting moment of vulnerability? Or did it hint at deeper, unresolved issues in their marriage? While some speculated that the challenges were surmountable with time and effort, others questioned whether the strains of their differing priorities and lifestyles might prove too significant to overcome. For Priscilla, the decision to share even a glimpse of her struggles was a bold and humanizing act, one that brought attention not only to the complexities of their relationship but also to the broader challenge of finding balance in a life lived under a microscope. As the dust settled, the world was left to wonder, would this moment serve as a turning point for Mark and Priscilla, prompting them to address the cracks in their partnership? Or would it become yet another chapter in the narrative of how ambition and personal passions can strain even the strongest of relationships? Only time would reveal the answer, but Priscilla's emotional plea had already opened a window into the real, imperfect humanity behind one of the world's most powerful couples.
Even before I had met Mark, I knew I had received more than I could have ever imagined, and it was going to be my life's work to make sure that that was true for others.
Mark Zuckerberg's unexpected passion for mixed martial arts, MMA, has become a fascinating yet polarizing aspect of his life, revealing a side of the tech mogul that few anticipated. What began as a casual interest quickly grew into a full-fledged obsession, one that not only redefined how Zuckerberg spends his time, but also raised questions about its impact on his personal life, particularly his marriage to Priscilla Chan. For Zuckerberg, MMA appears to offer a unique escape, a discipline that contrasts sharply with his cerebral work in technology. However, the intensity of his commitment has started to blur the lines between hobby and priority, creating a ripple effect within his family. Zuckerberg's foray into MMA initially seemed harmless, even inspiring. Videos of him training with professional fighters and participating in rigorous sparring sessions went viral, earning him praise for his physical dedication and surprising athleticism. Fans admired his ability to juggle the demands of leading Meta with the grueling discipline of martial arts. To Zuckerberg, symbolized focus, resilience, and mental clarity, qualities he valued as a CEO and innovator. Yet, as his involvement deepened, cracks began to show in how this new passion was affecting his relationships at home. One particularly controversial decision was Zuckerberg's construction of a full-sized octagon in the backyard of their family home. For Priscilla, the backyard had been carefully designed as a serene space where their daughters could play and the family could bond away from the stresses of public life. The transformation of this sanctuary into a personal training ground for Zuckerberg was seen as a symbolic shift in priorities, a literal and figurative intrusion of his newfound obsession into their family life. While Zuckerberg viewed the octagon as a practical step in pursuing his passion, Priscilla reportedly saw it as a breach of their shared vision for their home, fueling a sense of frustration and neglect. The strain became more evident as Zuckerberg's training intensified. Balancing his role as CEO with the physical demands of MIA left little time for family activities, a reality that did not go unnoticed by Priscilla. According to sources close to the family, her concerns were less about the sport itself and more about the disproportionate amount of energy and focus Zuckerberg devoted to it. She felt increasingly sidelined, watching her husband channel his efforts into an activity that, while fulfilling for him, seemed to come at the expense of their connection and family life. The situation reached a boiling point when Zuckerberg entertained the idea of a public cage fight with Elon Musk. What began as playful banter on social media escalated into a serious consideration, with UFC President Dana White even offering to host the event. For Priscilla, this was a tipping point. The thought of her husband engaging in a highly publicized fight seemed not only reckless but also emblematic of how far removed he had become from the grounded, family-oriented values they once shared. The fight became a metaphor for the growing tension in their marriage, an outward symbol of the personal struggles unfolding behind closed doors. Despite the controversy, Zuckerberg's obsession with MMA is not without its merits. For him, it represents discipline, physical empowerment, and a way to challenge himself outside the tech world. However, the cost of this passion, both in terms of time and its impact on his family, raises important questions about the balance between personal fulfillment and relational responsibility. As Zuckerberg continues to grapple with the demands of his professional and personal lives, his MMA journey remains a complex chapter in his life, one that highlights the challenges of pursuing individual passions within the context of marriage and family. Mark Zuckerberg's fascination with virtual reality, VR, has become more than a professional ambition. It's an obsession that has started to blur the boundaries between his work at Meta and his personal life. As one of the driving forces behind the development of the metaverse, Zuckerberg has invested billions into building a digital world where users can connect in immersive ways. However, his deep involvement in VR technology has raised concerns about the toll it may be taking on his relationships, particularly with his wife, Priscilla Chan. What began as a visionary pursuit quickly turned into a consuming passion. Zuckerberg's frequent use of the Oculus headset, spending up to 14 hours a day in virtual environments, drew attention not only from his team at Meta but also from his family. Priscilla, who has always supported her husband's innovative endeavors, initially viewed his interest in VR as another creative outlet. Yet, as his time in the virtual world increased, so did her concerns. She began to notice subtle but unsettling changes in his behavior, moments where he seemed disconnected from reality, even referring to her as his human wife in what appeared to be a half-joke, half-slip of the tongue. The strain became more pronounced when Zuckerberg's obsession started affecting his interactions with their children. In one instance, he reportedly joked about their daughter being his digital spawn, only to double-check if she was still real by touching her arm. While these comments may have been intended as humor, they reflected a growing preoccupation with the virtual world that left Priscilla feeling uneasy. Her discomfort deepened when Zuckerberg began using VR even during family time, his headset becoming a barrier that made her question whether he was truly present. The situation escalated when reports surfaced of Zuckerberg experimenting with the Meta Quest 3 in unconventional, and at times, inappropriate ways, leading to an incident where he was allegedly shocked by electricity. While the story became a point of ridicule in the media, it left Priscilla grappling with the reality of her husband's unrelenting pursuit of innovation. For her, it was no longer just about the technology, it was about the growing gap between their shared priorities and his individual obsessions. Priscilla's concerns weren't limited to their personal relationship. she also questioned the broader implications of Zuckerberg's VR ambitions. As someone deeply committed to real-world change through the Chan-Zuckerberg initiative, she struggled to reconcile her efforts to address pressing global issues with her husband's focus on building a virtual escape. The tension between their respective passions became a recurring theme, with Priscilla emphasizing the importance of grounding their family in tangible experiences while Zuckerberg continued to champion the metaverse as the future. For Zuckerberg, VR represents more than a technological frontier. It's a manifestation of his belief in connectivity and human potential. He sees the metaverse as a way to bridge gaps, bring people together, and redefine how we experience the world. However, the irony of his vision is not lost on Priscilla, or those closest to him. While striving to connect billions, he risks losing touch with those who matter most. As Zuckerberg's VR obsession continues to evolve, its impact on his family remains uncertain. Priscilla's patience and understanding are evident, but her growing discomfort suggests a limit to how much she's willing to compromise. The situation highlights a broader challenge faced by many ambitious individuals: how to pursue groundbreaking ideas without sacrificing the relationships that anchor them to reality. For now, Zuckerberg's journey through the virtual world remains a double-edged sword, one that promises innovation but also demands a reckoning with the real-world consequences it creates. Mark Zuckerberg's grand gestures of love and appreciation for Priscilla Chan have often captured public attention, sparking admiration and curiosity in equal measure. These displays, while undoubtedly heartfelt, also reveal a complex dynamic within their relationship, leaving observers to ponder whether such extravagant acts are merely celebrations of love or attempts to mend deeper issues beneath the surface. From elaborate anniversary gifts to carefully curated social media posts, Zuckerberg's gestures often feel larger than life, befitting his status as one of the world's most influential tech figures. One of the most talked about examples was a recent anniversary surprise, where Zuckerberg collaborated with hip-hop artist T-Pain to recreate the song Get Low by Lil Jon and the East Side Boys. The track, a nostalgic nod to the party where the couple first met, was transformed into an acoustic cover, with T-Pain adding his signature autotune flair. While many found the gesture endearing and creative, others questioned the underlying message. Was it a genuine celebration of their love, or a way to distract from mounting tension in their marriage? Adding to the intrigue was Zuckerberg's decision to gift Priscilla a 7-foot Roman-inspired statue of herself, crafted from turquoise and chrome. While undeniably impressive, the gesture raised eyebrows for its sheer extravagance, with some critics labeling it as over-the-top and performative. The statue, which depicted Priscilla in a flowing metallic form, was unveiled with a playful caption about reviving ancient Roman traditions. Though the gesture was widely discussed, it also sparked debates about whether such grandiosity was necessary or reflective of a deeper need to prove something either to Priscilla or to himself. Priscilla's reaction to these grand gestures has always been measured, oscillating between playful humor and quiet appreciation. Her comment on the statue, "The more of me, the better," was as light-hearted as it was ambiguous, leaving room for interpretation. While these gestures undoubtedly showcase Zuckerberg's creativity and his desire to honor his wife, they also raise questions about the dynamics of their relationship. Couples therapists have weighed in on such acts, suggesting that while extravagant gifts can be meaningful, they might also serve as compensation for underlying challenges, such as a lack of emotional intimacy or unresolved conflicts. Despite the public's fascination with these gestures, they also shed light on the pressures faced by high-profile couples. For Zuckerberg, who is often portrayed as a reserved and analytical figure, these acts might be his way of expressing emotions that don't come naturally in everyday interactions. For Priscilla, however, the gestures could feel overwhelming or disconnected from the smaller, quieter moments that often matter most in a relationship. This contrast between public grandeur and private simplicity underscores the delicate balance they must navigate as a couple. Ultimately, Zuckerberg's grand gestures, while spectacular, are a double-edged sword. They capture attention and showcase his devotion but also invite scrutiny into the nuances of their relationship. For a couple whose lives are already under a microscope, these acts highlight both the joy and the complexity of maintaining a partnership in the public eye. Whether they strengthen their bond or serve as a temporary distraction, these gestures remain a testament to Zuckerberg's desire to honor his wife in the most visible ways possible, even as they continue to navigate the private challenges of their marriage. Mark Zuckerberg and Priscilla Chan's relationship has always been rooted in shared values and a commitment to building a meaningful life together. From their first meeting as students at Harvard University to becoming parents and philanthropists, their journey is a testament to their determination to support each other's aspirations while staying grounded in the principles that brought them together. Their story is one of collaboration and compromise, shaped by mutual respect and a desire to make a positive impact on the world. Their relationship began in the most unassuming way, waiting in line for the bathroom at a college party. Even then, their connection hinted at something deeper. Priscilla's grounded personality complemented Mark's visionary ambitions, creating a balance that would define their partnership. In the years that followed, they faced significant challenges, from the pressures of Mark's growing tech empire to the personal struggles of balancing their careers with family life. Yet, through it all, they remained steadfast in their commitment to each other. One of the pillars of their relationship has been their shared belief in the importance of family. Despite the demands of their public roles, both Mark and Priscilla have prioritized creating a nurturing environment for their 3 daughters, Maxima, August, and Aurelia. They've established simple traditions, like family dinners and weekend activities, to ensure their children grow up with a sense of stability and connection. These moments are intentionally crafted to counterbalance the complexities of their high-profile lives, offering their children a chance to experience the joys of a relatively normal childhood. Philanthropy has also played a central role in their shared journey. The Chan Zuckerberg Initiative, CHI, launched after the birth of their first daughter, reflects their commitment to addressing some of the world's most pressing challenges. By pledging 99% of their Facebook shares to causes like education, health, and scientific research, they've aligned their personal values with their professional influence. For Priscilla, who has dedicated her career to pediatric medicine and education, the initiative represents a continuation of her passion for helping underserved communities. For Mark, it's a way to channel his resources into meaningful change, building a legacy that extends beyond technology. Their ability to navigate personal and professional challenges is rooted in a set of unspoken rules they established early in their relationship. For instance, they've committed to spending uninterrupted time together each week, ensuring that their bond remains strong despite their demanding schedules. These rules, while simple, have provided a framework for maintaining their connection amidst the chaos of their respective careers. However, their shared journey hasn't been without its difficulties. Like any couple, they've faced moments of strain and adjustment, particularly as their lives have grown increasingly complex. Balancing their roles as parents, partners, and public figures requires constant communication and a willingness to adapt. Yet, it is this very adaptability that has allowed them to thrive, finding strength in their shared purpose even during challenging times. Mark and Priscilla's story is ultimately one of partnership, a journey defined by love, resilience, and a commitment to shared values. Through their efforts to create a meaningful family life, and their dedication to philanthropy, they've crafted a life that reflects both their individual passions and their collective vision for the future. Their shared journey serves as a reminder that even amidst the pressures of a high-profile existence, it is the values of connection, compassion, and purpose that truly sustain a relationship. As Mark Zuckerberg and Priscilla Chan look to the future, the challenges they face seem both deeply personal and intricately tied to the unique nature of their lives. Their relationship, built on shared goals and mutual respect, is now navigating the complexities of balancing personal happiness with professional ambition. While they've overcome numerous hurdles in the past, the mounting pressures of their high-profile existence and the evolution of their individual priorities present a fresh set of uncertainties. For Mark, the demands of leading Meta through turbulent times, coupled with his growing personal pursuits, such as MA and virtual reality, have introduced new dynamics into their marriage. These passions, while fulfilling for him, have occasionally led to feelings of neglect for Priscilla, who values family connection and stability. As a result, the couple must grapple with finding equilibrium between Mark's ambitions and the shared needs of their household. Priscilla, too, faces her own set of challenges. Her dedication to philanthropy and her career in medicine means juggling immense responsibilities alongside raising 3 young children. Balancing these roles has required significant compromise, and as their daughters grow older, new demands are likely to emerge. Ensuring that the family remains united amidst the whirlwind of their public and private lives will require continued effort and open communication. Another source of uncertainty lies in the sheer visibility of their relationship. Every decision, every gesture, and every perceived misstep is magnified under the public microscope. While they've managed to maintain a largely private life, moments of tension, such as Priscilla's recent emotional display, remind the world that even seemingly perfect partnerships are not immune to strain. Navigating this scrutiny while preserving their authenticity will be an ongoing challenge. Despite these uncertainties, their relationship is built on a foundation of resilience. Their ability to adapt and recalibrate has carried them through difficult times before. The key to overcoming future challenges may lie in re-establishing their shared vision and ensuring that the values they hold dear, family, compassion, and making a difference, remain at the center of their lives. While the road ahead may be complex, their history suggests they have the strength and determination to face it together.